Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs and it's for Monday, the 21st of July 2025. I hope you're doing well. I hope this month is treating you well with the crazy astrology that's going on. Let's get some cards out. Guides, what have we got going on, please? Enlighten us. What's in the energies? How best can we use them? Okay. There was nothing, and then there was a load of cards flinging themselves on the floor. I'm going to take them all. We're tending to the future. We're thinking long term. Tending to the future. We're leaving behind what is no longer us because we're on the threshold of something new and we're feeling it. A lot to leave behind this year. You know, whole society structures and all kinds of things. What we thought was true. How we're perceiving things. The masculine way of perceiving everything. The mechanical way of perceiving everything instead of spiritual, biological. We've got threefold protection and rituals and offerings. So there's a bit of a spiritual quality to this day too, which is really good to do. This is not just about using our minds to set an intention before we start anything. This is deeper than that. This is rituals and offerings and threefold protection. If we're to start our day or anything that we're doing with meditation to clear our mind, and then a process to get into our hearts and open our hearts up, and then to co-create with the universe, so setting an intention, but it's when we've got that connection with the field of potentiality. So we're not just thinking about setting an intention anymore. We're not these mechanical mind beings. We are full biological spiritual beings, right? And so generating that energy. I'm just feeling that with that rituals and offerings here. Threefold protection. Us protecting ourselves. Other people protecting us. The universe protecting us too. So you might be reaching higher today to make big changes in your life or the way that you're approaching life, and asking the universe for support in that. Of course it's going to support us in that. I mean, the guides, the universe, these higher energies can only be used for good, which is why self-love is so important, because we can want things for ourselves, but if we're not doing it out of self-love, the universe can't get involved. You know, sometimes we want things and it's like a self-punishment. Sometimes we want things and it's to because we don't feel good enough, right? It's a striving thing. It's like, I've got to prove myself, and the universe is like, that's not it. But we do it from a place of self-love. The universe is like, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's interesting being a psychic for so many years as well, because Muggles will say this has been said to me so many times. They'll say, it can't be true. You can't be psychic, because if you were psychic, then you would pick the lotto numbers and you'd win the lottery. And here's the thing. This gift cannot be used like that. It cannot be used for, it's not about material gain, but it cannot be used for harm. It cannot be used for competition. It cannot be used. It's only, we are given it when we're pure of heart, because in our hearts we want to use it for good. It wouldn't work otherwise, right? And so yeah, it's so misguided when people like say things like that. It's like, well, that's clearly why you don't have the gift and why I do, right? Because I use it for good and you don't. You wouldn't, like, if you had it. There's gratitude here as well, feeling grateful today, feeling happy. And so likewise, it's not just about my gift or other gifts that other people have got. It's also about our co-creation process too. It's used for good. And if you're coming at it with self-love, that is good for you, right? Good for you, and you're feeling that and you want that for yourself. The universe gets involved. So optimism, feeling optimistic. Dance, nice. Take inspiration from the moonlight, dancing on the surface of the sea. Start dancing yourself. We're taking a chance and we're choosing wisely as well. Taking a chance on something, but choosing wisely, and the choice feels like the way that we approach something. Because we waste our time when we just do stuff like a mechanical being. we're just wasting our time if we haven't taken that time, like I said, to get into this process of meditating first, getting into our heart, opening our heart up, connecting with the field of potentiality, and then co-creating with it, setting that intention from a place of self-love. Tara, what can you tell us today? We all came out together. Okay, these two first. Oh, we got the Lovers and the High Priestess here. So tuning in to a lover perhaps, or tuning in and you might feel that a lover is on the way, or tuning in, and you know how we can feel if stuff's happening to the people that we're connected with. Something like that. And then we've got the Six of Cups, past energy, nostalgic energy, and then we've got the Hierophant as well, which is long term again. We had that card out first, turning to the future. It's this same energy. Hierophant, it can be marriage as a result, you know. I mean, the Hierophant card can be about marriage because it's about long-term things and doing things by the book. High Priestess and the Lovers. So tuning into a lover, someone we've got a close connection to. Feeling their energy. What's this all about, please? You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at BeHealing.com. Again, the High Priestess. Yeah, tell us more. You're going to give us the Lovers now. What's it about then? We're tuning into a lover, potential lover, the world, someone at a distance. Someone at a distance. So we might be feeling them today. Someone that you've got a close connection with. We can tell how they feel, can't we? Because then we start feeling it. Have you ever had that? You just feel something out of the blue. Something perhaps about attraction, you know, and those feelings. You start feeling it out of the blue. You weren't even thinking of them. And you're like, that's them. I'm picking that energy up from them. Nice. When that happens, self-love is behind that. Interesting. Self-love is behind that. You loving yourself. Oh, yes, this is very important. You loving yourself, you coming from a place of self-love, taps you into someone else's energy that loves you too. You might think that loving them would tap you into that energy. And it kind of does if they're doing a self-loving thing. But the match, the energetic match is them loving you, you loving yourself. Oh, it's a match. So that's why that connection is super strong today with you and someone else. Now, it could be someone from the past here, Six of Cups. For some of you, this could be a past lover. And this is why, have you ever had a breakup situation? You're in a breakup situation, then your ex is getting in touch with you. And this can be like ex-lovers, and it can be old friends and stuff like that as well. I've had this. Here's what happens really. This is what the energetics behind that is. You're making a decision. You're making a decision that's better for yourself, hence the breakup. That I'm loving myself, and then the people that love you get in touch with you. That's what happens. Justice is behind that too. Karma. So karma from the past. Something that you deserve, but perhaps you weren't coming from a self-loving place. So much self-love energy in this reading today. We've got unlimited possibilities behind that as well. Anything is possible now if you're coming from self-love. It makes such a difference. It makes such a difference. Okay, the Hierophant. Long-term stuff. Marriage, perhaps. Someone coming back from the past? Yes, look. It is. It's the wife. Empress. Lovers. The Hierophant. Marriage. Someone's coming back from the past, or the energy is in here for you to connect back energetically with someone. This probably isn't physically, but energetically. You start thinking about them again. They're thinking about you again. And you're thinking on marriage, both of you. And the foundations is self-love. That's what opens it up. Empress. Lovers. How interesting. So you're creating something here, and it's divine timing. There's something here about you both having to tap into a certain kind of an energy, and it's about yourselves. It's about self-love. And then you can be together. Okay, what about masculine and feminine energies? What's going on? We're moving away from the patriarchy and into equals. This is part of the big shift. It's part of the evolution of humanity to just shift from this Aries war energy and the whole masculine paradigm to an equal, something that benefits everybody, sharing and caring and everyone being taken care of, and a much more spiritual, biological emphasis rather than mechanical. It's like, you know, I'm really into fitness, health and fitness. And like, there's some people that are still banging on about calories in, calories out, like we're a machine, like we're an engine. You know how they find out calories, they burn it, they physically burn it like we're an engine. We're not, we're a biological being. The stuff that we put in our bodies acts differently depending on what it is, right? Can't put sawdust in just because it burns at a certain rate and it's got a certain number of calories. Your body's just not going to be able to use it because you're a biological being. So we've just got to move away from this mindset, this masculine mechanical mindset. Anyway, Nine of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Anxiety about attraction, about law of attraction, anxiety about what you've not managed to do. You might be doubting yourself in the law of attraction, or you're playing with these energies because this High Priestess energy, it's not just about receiving, it's not just about picking up energies, it's not just about being an antenna. This is about interacting with those energies in order to get what it is that you want, or make the world a better place, or do what's best for you for a change, bring in what's best for you, you know. The Devil and the Three of Pentacles, temptations, or and learning. So it could be learning away, learning about yourself, learning how to ignore temptations, how to stop yourself from scrolling, how to stop drinking or something like that. I don't know, whatever your thing is. We've also got the Star in the World as well. This is like a hope for travel, or a hope for the end of a chapter, start of a new chapter. There's a lot of leave behind what's no longer your threshold. It just feels like a big hangman kind of a day, like you might be changing your mind about how to approach life completely. Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords, but you're anxious because you've tried law of attraction before and it didn't work. Here's the thing, when we do it and we're not loving ourselves, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. Like I said, the universe will only allow us to use these powerful energies for good. And even though it's like, well, it would be good if I got what it was that I want, and then I might be able to easily love myself better. But it's like, it's like the approach. It's like, why are you doing it is so important. Ten of Voices. So you tried to manifest things before. Ten of Voices, and it got painful endings, especially around romance. And so there's a bit of trepidation here about you attracting the wrong kind of a person for you, because that's what's happened before. Try and let it go. Yeah, look, you see, letting go and creativity. Let go of that you tried to create it. Here's the thing, if you weren't getting the ingredients right for co-creating with the universe, if it wasn't all in place, then what was being created? Then were you actually creating something, or were you just getting default stuff? You were just getting default stuff. So letting go and creativity, it's like, stop thinking that you created that. No, we get random stuff. We can just go through life like completely switched off, completely asleep, just going through the motions, thinking that we're machines and doing these things, and we're just going to get a randomness. How do we tap into being our creative beings? Well, that requires much more from us, right? Consciously, energetically, and there's like a process. You will get used to it. It'll become a habit once you get used to it, but it is this process. And so don't think that you created it before you didn't. You were on autopilot, even though you were trying not to be on autopilot. You really were, and I know that. I had this conversation with my guides. Was that this morning, last night? I can't remember. Because often when abundance has worked for me, it's like I've had to work this business as a full-time job, and also second full-time job doing the law of attraction stuff. It's like I had to put so much energy into it. And I'm asking my guides, I'm like, surely not that much is required from me, because that makes no sense. That is not loving, right? To require so much work from me. Like, honestly, I had to like visualizing, and I was having to write things down, and I was having to spend hours each day manifesting, right? It was a chore. It was a chore. It worked, but it was a chore. And I just don't believe it should be that hard. I think it's going to be really easy once we get into this. But here's the thing. We're going through evolution at the moment. We're moving out of this masculine, we're machines. And then it's like, don't even think that you're magical and you've got these magical powers. And, you know, even if we did, we were just like, oh, I'm only an antenna. I'm only just picking it up. What's there? I'm not really a creator. Do you know what I mean? And then we're like, oh, well, perhaps I am a creator, but I seem to be creating the wrong things for myself and a load of pain for myself. It's like, you know, it's just like, no, you really don't. You really haven't perfected this yet. And it requires a change in perception. We can't do it from that masculine perspective, clearly. We can't. It's all about a change in perspective. I'm feeling hangman energy. Like if there was a massive card, it would be the hangman on this reading. The devil and the 3 of Pentacles. So, learning about how to not get sucked into the distractions, the temptations, the 8 of Voices. It's about changing our minds about it, or changing a belief about ourselves. We can be different, right? I went from like being a victim of abuse, being a victim, to being an empowered kickboxer. Totally different energies. Totally different energies. But I went from one to another of actually being. It's like, now I'm a really strong kickboxer, right? And the whole mentality that goes with that. Becoming that. Another example of it was when I wrote my first book and I was publishing it, and suddenly I felt like an author. There was just a point. It wasn't when I was writing it. There's just a certain point where it's like, I'm an author. And it changed my whole vibration, owning that I am an author. And because I remember it really clearly, because I bumped into an old friend of mine. And she's like, Claire, you've changed. Your energy's different. I said, that's because I'm an author now. She's like, yes, you are. You are. I can feel it in you. And that owning it, I am this, changes everything. That's what that 8 of Voices is. You are stronger than these distractions. There's home behind that as well. It's your home base. It's your heart. You're stronger than all the distractions, and we don't have to be on autopilot, and we don't have to be pushed around by the world. We are autonomous, very powerful beings. And we can say no to all of those other things. Shift our minds and go, no, this is the world that I live in. The world, the star, and so we're hopeful about the world, right? Or we're hopeful about travel, or we're hopeful about what is coming from this. Enough of us do this. Wow. We're no stopping us. 2 of Inspiration and the 3 of Voices. So at a crossroads. Oh, this is about the lovers thing. Someone's at a distance, aren't they? The world. I was feeling that with the world here. Travel. The world. Yes. The lovers. This is about the lovers. So you're hopeful that you're going to see this person at a crossroads. Heartbreak. It's like you're hoping for this romance to come about. Now, for some of you, you've already met this person. Some of you haven't met this person. Reunion of souls. Some of you have met this person. But reunion of souls can also be, you know, someone you've got a spiritual connection to. So I think there's a lot of divine partnerships coming together. You know, we've had this period of being single for such a long time, a lot of us, because the partnerships we're getting into were so undivine. It's like we had to get into this energy, change our perception completely of life, and then we're like, oh, now I'm playing with the energies. Now I can get what it is that I want. It's not a random mechanical world after all. I'm not just trying to manipulate energy in a random mechanical world. I'm actually the creator of it, and I get it now. We're taking it to the next level. Okay. What else have we got? We've got an eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. I mean, we've got the High Priestesses out here. We have a carriage, a journey, physical or mental. And it's mental first and then it's physical after that. Drawing them in. Butterfly, a change for the better. We've got a bag, something important such as a job or a raise. You've got it in the bag. Cane, pay attention to your health. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Nice. How best to deal with these energies today? Is this where we see the Hanged Man? No. In a word? No. It's a Six of Wands though. It's a beautiful card. This is about victory. This is about you being the victor. This is about you empowering yourself. Sovereign. You're sovereign. You know, with these energies, and what the Galactic Council of Light have been saying to me specifically as well, we are royalty. We are so highly regarded amongst many beings and races. Because the earth is hardcore. And to be able to remember ourselves in this such a dense planet, and to get to this point where we're ready to join our star brothers and star sisters, and we're even talking to them now and all of that, they're like, wow, right? It takes a seriously amazing, strong soul to get into this earth game and to succeed in it. Like, we are royalty. And that's what I'm getting from this Six of Wands too, is we're being watched. Because the Six of Wands is about our victory, and everyone, like all of the other beings, I'm getting goosebumps with this, all of the other beings, they're all so interested now. They're in spaceships around us at the moment, like so that we can't see them, but they're watching us going, wow, look what's happening on Earth. Look what they've managed to do. It's kind of unheard of. They were the occasional people. They were the occasional souls that managed to do this, you know, and we've got books about them. Jesus, Muhammad, and, you know, Buddha. But for a load of us to do this, it's unheard of. And as a result, can change this whole planet. It's very cool. That's what I got. Wow. What a reading. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What are you getting out of this? Are you tapping into these energies too? Are you talking to the Galactic Council of Light? They're such happy beings. I love connecting with them. If you want to connect with them, you know, you can join my program on behealing.com, become a part of that as well. And you can ask your questions and I'll channel your answers through them. If you want more from me, then click there. That'll get you to my website. You can sign up for my free course. You can book a reading, 24-hour turnaround, energy healings, all of that kind of thing. Watch my pick a card reads there. Have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. One question, one answer. The cards reveal at behealing.com.